name is Jeremy. Thanks for joining. I'm going to talk through today the iPhone 15 Pro series. I spent a couple of weeks with the Pro and another couple of weeks with the Pro Max, and here's my unbiased review. So to kick things off, obviously there's a big difference in size and feel. Both devices feel wonderful to hold. I'm just going to put that out there. They both have this nice matte back. The Apple logo is more of the glossy finish, so your finger kind of sticks on it a little bit, but the edges feel really nice. I will say that my very first iPhone 15 Pro had the issue where the glass did not line up with the side of the titanium. So I returned that one to Verizon and they sent me this one, and this one actually is perfect. So I think that was just a first run, and because I was one of the first people out of the gate to get it, I did not have good luck. So that one didn't last long with me. Otherwise, the iPhone 15 Pro Max also feels really nice in the hand just to hold. It's a little bit, I'd say a little bit less comfortable because it's bigger. It's definitely a two-handed phone for me. I have pretty big hands, but when I hold it closed, right, you can see my fingers barely touch. So trying to type on it, the phone is a little bit top heavy, which is what happens. So if I try to type, I notice myself doing this a lot. So I'll support and use the finger, or in some cases I can do the phone hold. Now the difference between this Pro Max and previous year's Pro Max is that it's lighter. It's not considerably lighter, and I think that's one of the things that I was questioning quite a bit. It is light enough that it feels comfortable. So that's something that I had not felt in the past, is that it's easy to use. Now, in terms of sizing, I would recommend you go with the regular Pro if you have smaller hands, if you want something that's easier in terms of pocketability, or if you want to stick with the standard size of the iPhone. So this is the same size as my previous iPhone 11, and so they've kind of kept that same all the way through. So if you're used to that size, if you like that size, I'd say go with this one. You really can't beat that one-handed operation with the Pro. All right, moving on to the next piece, which is performance. In terms of actual, utilizing my social media apps like Instagram, Facebook, those types of things, doing iMovie, I didn't notice really any difference at all. In terms of the video quality, also exquisite. The standard iPhone 15 Pro has the less zoom camera, or less of a zoom camera, than the i15 Pro Max. So this one goes to 3x. So I did take my Pro to a couple of concerts. You can see the other videos on my channels. I like to go to a lot of shows. And I felt like it did a good job for zooming in until I needed to get really far in. Then I did think it got a bit pixelated. So overall, I thought it did a good job in terms of video and zooming, and the pictures look really nice. So I have to say that I've been really liking on both of these because they're identical cameras other than the zoom lens. I've really been appreciating the live photo where you can change the focal length so you can determine what is zoomed in behind you. So I've really been appreciating that quite a lot. In terms of the 15 Pro Max, the zoom lens does go into 5x, and then it goes into 25x in terms of digital zoom. It's fun to play around with. You can zoom in a bit farther. For anyone who's used a digital camera in their life, if you had an old point and shoot, it's very much the similar kind of in that space, in my opinion. Don't come after me, but that's my opinion. But it is really nice. It's nice to be able to zoom in to a faraway bird or to a squirrel, to whatever you want to look at, and actually get a pretty decent picture of it. The 5x does get a little bit rocky in terms of the stabilization when you're trying to hold it. There is the action mode feature, but I am a person who usually takes videos either when I'm out for a walk, so daytime, I can use the action mode. But in evening times when I'm at concerts or shows, action mode isn't available. So if you do use the 5X or you decide to go farther in, you just got to make sure you're very stable in how you hold the phone. All right, let's move on to battery life. So in terms of battery life, there is no other champion than the Pro Max, just period. The Pro does a decent job. I came from an iPhone 13 as my last phone, my iPhone 13 mini, the little guy. He's what's being used to record this right now. Hello, iPhone 13 mini. But the 13 mini, while wonderful in terms of portability, had not great battery life. I was charging it probably once or twice a day, sometimes more. I'm a pretty heavy power user when it comes to my devices. So when I was using the 15 Pro, I mean, realistically, I was getting 5 hours of use out of it. The battery was getting eaten up fast. I did take it to a show. I took it to when I saw Eric Nam about a week ago. And during the show, I did video recording, and then I was kind of posting my shorts on YouTube, like almost in real time, in live time. And I started the show at 100%. And when I ended the show, I had about 15% left. So that was a lot of active screen time, active recording time, and active upload time because I was posting it live. And I thought it did a good job, but it wasn't going to make it through more than a show. In terms of regular day-to-day use, I did find it made it through the course of a day if I wasn't on my phone using social media actively, but I did need to charge it in the evening if I was going to go out because I wouldn't be comfortable going out on the town with 20 or 30% battery life. In terms of the Pro Max, the story is a bit different. This thing is a freaking tank. There's no other way to put it. I really can't describe how much longer the battery life is. It lasts a long time. I can spend 2 hours editing a video or a couple of videos on here and then post them, and it will go down maybe 10, if 20%. So just the amount of reserves it has in here is just a lot more. The battery size is bigger, it's a bigger phone. So if you were looking for a battery tank, something that lasts a long time, I'd say definitely go with the Pro Max. This is one that I have found myself a couple of nights, not charging it until the next day. And if I have a really heavy power use day, like I did today, I just juiced it up for 20 minutes and it's got enough power to last me through until tomorrow. So without a doubt, hands down, the battery wins. And those are really the two, well, I guess three main differences between these two, right? It's the size, the camera, and the battery life. So I would say whatever is of priority to you, that's really the way that you should go. If size, the ultimate portability factor, is of key to you, then I'd say go with this. You can grab one of the MagSafe battery packs and go with that. It sticks on, it charges it nicely, I have one. And so if you like something that you're not going to use that much, you want it for pictures once in a while, I'd say go with it. Portability is something that a couple of the reps that I talked to at the Verizon store said was the most important thing to them. So they were switching to the Pro this year. It's also nice and light. It's easy to hold in the hand. It's easy to talk on. So highly recommend the Pro if you're looking for something that's portable. If you're looking for something that has that little bit next level in terms of camera and battery life, though, this is hands down the winner. Battery life is the most important thing to me because like I said, I'm a power user. I like to use my phone heavy, and I need something that can keep up with me. So that's why I ended up ordering this one, and this is going to be my main daily driver. But that said, my joke amongst my friends is that, hey, look at my new iPad that I'm using as my phone. So take that for what it is. I know there's a lot of folks out there who love a big phone. I don't particularly enjoy having a device that sticks outside of my pockets about 1/2 inch, but I will definitely say that that consolation of that little bit of extra poke out is well worth the satisfaction of the extra camera and the battery life. So I am okay sacrificing my portability a little bit to have those extra couple of features. So if you're on the fence, I would say use those as the two things to help you make the decision for you. Also, if you're a two-handed phone person, if you like that, then the Pro Max is for you. If you are a one-handed phone person, I'd say go with the Pro. You can do some one-handed typing on the Pro Max, but it's a hard reach for your finger and the phone does slip down. So if you put a case on it, I have a couple of cases for when I leave. It is a little bit wider then, but the sides, the titanium is a little bit slick, so it can be difficult to hold it. So I find when I'm at home, I prefer having it without a case on, but it is more challenging to hold. And it is a bit more challenging to type one-handed. I find it tipping over. So it's forcing me to do a two-handed phone grip, which actually, in all honesty, is probably more ergonomic for me anyway. So hopefully that helps you if you're stuck between a decision between the Pro and the Pro Max. My unbiased opinion is that you should get the bigger one, but if you are someone who likes portability, then I say go for the littler one. Also, I don't think I mentioned, but these are in the white color, so you can see the difference between the two of them. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope you have a great day.